I will save them a lot of headache, a
Yeah,
whole lot of
please.
headache.
That's
Please,
what
I
we
would
yeah.
want.
save them a lot of headache because when I started off the Ortora lasers, you had to focus them.
Mhm.
And oh my goodness, they didn't have a focus tool. They didn't have any of that. You just got to play with the laser beam until you get it the smallest dot you possibly can. And then they like, okay, it's focused.
Yeah.
That right there, that was the beginning. That was the struggle. That what built me pretty much to learn a lot, because you got so many different things you're trying to do and you can't get the machine focused, and then you finally get it focused, but worked all day at it. And then they came out with the 20-watt laser and the 15 and the 7 self-focus. That was a game changer.
Big boy pants.
Hey everybody, and welcome to the Laser Source Podcast, the #1 podcast if you're looking to grow or scale your laser business. We have an awesome episode. We're getting joined by Zach over at SouthernSmoke Engraving today. What's going on, Zach? How you doing, man?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good.
I got Tony in the house too. What's up, Tony?
Hey, what's going on? I'm back.
And we're stoked on this, man. So from what I can see, you started your YouTube channel, SouthernSmoke Engraving, like 9 months ago. So you've been doing it just a little less than a year. And yeah, dude, it's sick. You're doing like sick stuff.
Yeah.
And all you've got is diode lasers. That's it. You don't mess with anything else.
Nothing else, man.
Dude, that's so crazy. I've like so many questions for you. So before the show started, you mentioned you have a roofing business. So you do roofing. That's like your thing. So you do that full time?
Yeah.
So why'd you start messing around with this?
Well, honestly, man, I'm a hobbyist kind of guy, so I love to just pick up different hobbies. I'm a jack of all trades. I done went from gardening to roofing to pressure washing to everything. So one time I watched a video on YouTube, and this guy, he was using a laser. At the time, it was the Ortora 15-watt. And I was like, man, I'm gonna get that thing. And I just procrastinated for months and months. And then I bought it. It came in. I played with it, but I joined the Ortora page, and some of the instructions really wasn't there for me. So I was like, man, I got to figure this thing out for myself. It took me about 2 weeks, and I just kept practicing and trying different techniques until I came up with one. It was some great people, doing their own things, but it's kind of hard for somebody to share everything that they're doing. So I just wanted to create a channel to make it easier for people who starting to use lasers, period, and to help them, because you can easily get discouraged and be like, man, I don't even want to, I want to send it back. I don't see so many people say I want to send it back. They'll send me an email. I say, no, don't send it back. We'll work it out. I'll show you the step by step how to create some amazing bird.
Yeah,
we've seen that.
Yeah, we've seen that, dude.
Yeah.
That's for real. Like whenever photos come up, or like I'm talking to people about like engraving photos, like you are the name that like always comes to my head first. I can't do photos at all, even with my fancy stuff over here. Like I don't mess with it because I'm not good at it. I don't understand like the bitmaps and the photoshops, and like sometimes you're like inverting things and sometimes you're not, and like you've got all the like dithers down, like how to like dither stuff out. That stuff just like I've never taken the time to learn it. And your channel is just, it seems really, really good for people that not only like don't know how to do like photo stuff, but like don't know anything about lasers
period
at all, like any lasers.
And that was the main focus to start, because I know a lot of people, they see my work and they be like, man, that's crazy. I know he's super skilled, but honestly, it just takes a lot of practice, a lot of know-how. At the beginning, like I said, at the beginning of my channel, I was doing a whole different technique that works. So
Really?
a lot of people were telling me, hey, that's wrong. Like, nah, if it works, it works. Don't change it if it works. I'm not going to follow someone else's directions and it doesn't work for me. You have to make it work for you. So the whole thing is, I wanted to go to a next level. Everything I do in life, I try to go to the next level. So my white and black canvas looked good, So I was like, man, I'm gonna try color. And when I tried color, it's just a whole nother field. You know?
Yeah, dude.
I think you did that. Was it the Star Wars one? Which was no, it was the Lord of the Rings with 3 colors, right?
Yeah, yeah.
How?
Yeah.
That's what I don't understand. Like, you know which layers to hit. Like, I can't even do this on a fiber. Like, like how did you come up with that?
It's simple. It's very simple, and it's 3 colors. Well, it's kind of 3 colors, but then you have the colors in between. So you have white, you have black, and you have gray. So that's once you invert once you negative the image, it'll have all those colors. It'll have white, gray, and black. So
And black.
what you look for is black is going to be your deepest burn, period. So
Okay.
that will be the first color that you put on the canvas. So everywhere you see it dark black, that's where it's going to burn deeper. So me, I'll start off with like that one right there. I think I did a yellow.
Yes.
I did a yellow because certain different things inside of the image was black there. So I put a yellow down, then I'll come back with a second color. That's going to be my gray. So if my gray, it's going to, it's going to show, but it's not going to show as deep as that yellow. And that's how you stack. You got to stack the colors based on what your negative image looks like. And it can be discouraging sometimes, and it's a lot of testing. But at the end of the day, I do a lot of small tests, real small. I don't use a big canvas. I'll take one canvas and I'll piece it out, and I'll just do small areas. But once you get it down pat, knowing that black burn deeper, so let's just say a lot of people think just because you put your laser at 60%, that is gonna engrave 60% the entire piece, but that's not true. What happens is when you put it to 60%, the only place that is gonna actually engrave 60% will be the dark black. The black is shadow, you know what I mean? The black is part of the
Part
image
of the canvas or the picture.
Yeah,
so
that's
is it when you do it, are you doing it all in one pass, or are you shaving it off layer by layer? Like the first pass is like the yellow, and then you hit it again and it takes you to like the second color, and then you hit it a third time and you do
he does it all at once.
It's all at one shot.
Yeah, dude, that's
and it's just because of how much power. So like the black is giving enough power to get through all the layers except the bottom one.
All one pass.
All right, so when you're actually engraving the different layers of paint, like you leave some time in between them, or you do them all at once?
So normally I'll paint the first layer. I'll wait about 2 hours, and then I'll paint the second layer, wait about 2 hours, and then I'll top it off with a coat of black. And then I'll wait between 2 and 4 hours before I engrave it. Sometimes if you wait the next day and the paint cures, then it'll be you'll have to up the power a little bit just to get through the layer of paint.
And then, so is the black the last one you do, or do you add anything else to it?
Well, the crazy thing about it is I was doing some tests like a couple of weeks ago, or about a month and a half ago, and you don't actually, everybody think that you have to use black, but you don't. You can use pretty much any color, because a lot of people are under the assumption that black is the color that, that the negative hits and it turns into a positive, but it's not true.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't use purple. Like if you look back at my channel, I did next Friday, and I topped it with purple instead of black.
Yeah.
And it came out, came out perfect.
Yeah, dude, I'm looking right at that one right now. And that it does look really good. This is the other one that I saw, is your, let me see if I can pull this up real quick. Hold up.
I don't know how this man does it.
I know.
That man, I can't even do.
We got, dude, it's Bob over here.
Oh yeah.
You got all 3 colors, right?
Like,
There's no black in sight, right? Or because the black is underneath the color in this case, right?
No. Actually, what I did was I painted the red, I painted the yellow, then I painted the green. And then then I covered it in black, and then the laser, only thing it's doing is removing the black.
It's so crazy to me that you've got your settings so dialed in that you can get through one layer of paint, and it doesn't even touch the colors, man. It doesn't even touch them. They look like you just sprayed them on. that's like precision, dude. I think that's what really makes it so impressive, is that you're not, you're not struggling, and you do a lot of other really cool stuff too. Before we move on, I just want to ask, like, so Patrick is dying for me to ask about the Norton method and the big Gimpin plugin. I don't even know what these things are. Can you talk to me about those a little bit? Yeah.
Okay, so first thing, Norton method. It was made by Mr. Nicky Norton himself, and he came up with the white tile method, pretty much that you would spray paint actual ceramic tile. You'll clean it with acetone, and then you would spray a coat of flat white paint on it.
What?
Once you put the flat white paint on it, you engrave at a slower and higher power, and it's permanent. After you finish engraving it, you take acetone, pour it back on the tile, and wash it clean, and the image will stay there.
What?
So, is this something? Have you messed with this on your channel? Is that like something we could see a video on?
I played with it a little bit. I really haven't got really deep into it. I have a small video clip that I did, but I don't think I really did any for the channel yet.
Okay. Got it.
It's on my plan, but I have done it. It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm looking forward to checking that out. And then the big Gimpin, that's something I see on your channel all the time.
A lot.
So you're always using that. What is that doing?
Hey, so I'm one of those people. Easy. It's easy because a lot of people. You have a lot of great sites that are free. You have
is one of them.
Yeah, ImageR.
ImageR.
You know, it does pretty good. It does pretty good. But the problem is, first, GIMP itself is free. The plugin, it costs, I think, about 30 to 40 bucks, but it's worth it. Everybody always asks me, no, is it worth it? Yes, it is. Because once you put the image in there, it does everything for you. It does everything. It turns it into a negative. It does everything within like 2 minutes. So my engrave, it saves me time when it's time to engrave. What it does is it just goes in. He made a Python process, and it goes in and it edits the entire picture to make it laser worthy, ready to be engraved. And a lot of people, he made them for Photoshop, pretty much any editing software that you can think of. He done made a plugin for it. I just favor the Big Gimpin plugin.
Is that the like that dude, that laser dude or something like that? Who sells
dude
that?
With a laser?
That dude, is that it? Yeah, that dude with a laser or something like that.
I believe it is. He's on the actual Facebook page or Torah page, and he does a lot of cool things. I mean, like I said, if you go online, you will see that that he creates all these plugins, and a lot of people always say, I don't want to go with that plugin. I don't like that plugin. I don't have nothing against ImageR. It just doesn't give me enough power. Just let's say I load in an image, and when I hit the negative button, it's not looking right. So I'll either have places where I need to engrave, it has shadows or whatnot. Then I can go back, take the Big Gimpin plugin off, and it gives you the power to change the color. It has more than just turning the picture into a negative. It actually has, you can change the color of an image. You can change all of these things. You can delete stuff. You can delete, let's say, a portion of the image you don't want anymore. You can delete it out of there. You know what I mean? So
yep. I think I found it right here. So they got the Big Gimpin plugin, right? And then they also make it for Photoshop, and then there's CorelDRAW and a couple other things in here. So that's infinitelaser.us if you want to mess around with this software. Apparently Zach is swearing by it right now. He thinks it's just the best. Yeah.
Yeah, he makes them for all kind of things. Like if you're not into lasers and you're into CNC machines, he actually have plugins for CNC machines also. So
weird. Yeah.
So
totally.
Just to be clear, just to clear the air, this is not just for diode only, right? I can apply this to a CO2.
You can. Like I said, he has so many different softwares that he offer plugins for. I'm pretty sure you can find something in there. We have a few buddies of mine that use CO2 lasers, and they use the same programs.
Yeah.
let me ask you this. I don't want to switch gears, but when you first started, who was, I don't know if I'm asking the right question, but like your inspiration to, hey, let me just get a laser, and there has to be a person you started watching or something on YouTube that you were like, I want to get that.
Or I don't really recall exactly the video. I just know like I was, late night binge watching,
Like
and
a lot of us, yeah.
ran across a video, and I was like, man, that's cool. But the thing about it is they weren't doing canvas. You know what I mean? They weren't doing canvas. My first time seeing canvas, I joined the Ortora Facebook page,
Mm-hmm.
and it was a guy there. He was from overseas, and he did a canvas of I'm trying to think of what it was. Venom. He did a
Oh,
Venom canvas, and I seen it, and I was like, you know what? I got to do canvas. Only difference is he would take a white canvas and then he would just spray black spray paint over the top of it and then engrave it.
Right down to the canvas.
Yeah, right down to the canvas. Me, I was like, I tried it, but at the time I was such a beginner, noob. And I burned my canvas. So I was like, man, I got to do something to stop my canvas from burning.
So when you were like late night binge watching laser videos, was the Orchard, was that the first one you saw? Then you were like, I gotta buy, and you bought that right away?
Well, so I watched a lot of videos. I can't lie to you. It was the 15 watt. That's the one I started with. So I watched watched videos for about 2 months, and then I said, you know what? I was really skeptical of buying overseas. I was like, man, I'm never gonna get this thing. It's gonna take a month. Actually, it took me about 10 days. I ordered it. I think I paid about $240 for the first one I ever got, and it came in like 10 days, and I started playing with it. It was easy to put together and everything.
So how many you got now, though?
Let's see. I have about 5.
5?
Jesus Christ.
Do you have a favorite? What's your favorite out of all 5 that you got?
It's the Pro, Ortora Pro, the 20 watt Pro. It's her name Betsy. I named her. She's amazing.
Oh, she got a name.
That's even better, because I saw that you got the Atom Stack. You're messing around with the Atom Stack. You still like the Orchard? Still your favorite?
Yeah, I mean the Atom Stack is great cost. You know what I mean? It's around $270. So for the person who really don't have the funds to jump into it, the Atom Stack, I can't really say anything bad about it. Only thing I can say, well, not bad, is there's no direction. You know what I mean? Like when I opened up the box and everything, it was the easiest laser I have ever put together. The problem is, with Ortora, they lay everything out for you, so you feel you spoiled. They tell you exactly. They send you a measuring stick to know your height, so it's perfectly adjusted. This one, they just like turn a knob and drop it down, and then you perfectly.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah, exactly. So it don't give you a lot of guidance. It was after I did it a couple of times. I watched a few videos of the introduction of the laser. Then I seen that you just lower it down, but it does a pretty good job. I can't knock it, but the Pro will always be my baby. That it's amazing.
So that's awesome, what I mean? Dude.
How do you? So you have all these just laying in the garage, or like how is your layout?
Like, okay, well, my wife, she kicked me out of the house. I have a garage, but it's
okay.
I have a big smoker. I have a smoker in my garage, and I have my my extra vehicle. So I moved to my lanai. I have a 12 by 30 string lanai on the back of my house, and I do it like this because I don't have to have ventilation. It's fresh air. You know what I mean? And I really don't have to worry about anything. I don't have it close to my house, and it's easier for me. It's easier for me to come out the back door and just engrave and not worry about anything.
Yeah, totally. And so I mean, like I saw, so your most recent video, I think, or at least it's one of the most recent ones, is like the vase, right? The Maleficent, right? Yeah. So is that rotary tool that you're using in that video? Is that the Orchard, like the official branded one?
Yes.
How do you like that?
Oh, there we go.
All right.
How do you like that?
I like it. It's a good tool. The biggest thing about it is, like I said, it's a learning curve. You really have to play with it. And the way I started off, I just took some old soda cans and I spray painted them.
That's smart.
I spray painted them, you know, just to get it set to, because if you set it the wrong way, everything will be reversed from what you're doing. So if you set it up going this way and you think you're engraving up, you'll be engraving towards you. So you got to make sure you have everything set the right way. But overall, I really like the rotary tool. That base, it came to me an idea. And I think people overthink engraving. I really think they overthink it, because the technique that I use, you can use on anything. Anything. I don't care what the material is. You can use it on anything.
And so, I mean, like, so I saw you put like a light in there when you were done. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just so cool, man. I love seeing stuff like that. Have you ever tried to do anything like that isn't a perfect cylinder on that rotary before, to try to like turn it?
One of my first cups, it was like a wine. I went to Dollar Tree and they had like a wine tumbler, kind of a glass wine tumbler. So it's not even. And I did Tupac and Biggie on the cup. So the way I balanced it out was, I took a soda can and I filled it with sand, and I put all the sand towards the bottom of the can. And when I laid it inside of the cup, it's a balancing thing. Once I got it balanced, it was perfect.
This man using bubble gum and sand.
He's got all this stuff going on. Is there a video for that? I want to see the sand video. Is that a thing? Is that on the channel?
I didn't make a video. I didn't make a video, man.
Man, you gotta have that camera on, dude. Like, especially now that you're a content creator, dude, camera on.
But you know what? I've seen another guy. He fixed that problem, because he used like a circle foam, like a foam disc, and he puts it inside of the wine glass and or the little cup, and he has it where it offsets. So either way it goes, the foam rolls at the same time as the cup.
The cup stays.
It stays perfectly straight. So it's a lot of different ways that you can attach, fix it. It's a lot of different ways. Me, at the time, only thing I had was a can and some sand.
Dude, that's what I want. I want to see the sand method. I mean, the foam, that sounds all good and stuff, but like, everybody's got a Coke can and some sand. Like, that's the kind of stuff I want to see, dude. That sounds sick. So,
but you gotta improvise.
You can't just take the rotary and just jam it under the ortoir. You have a special setup, right? Can you talk to me a little bit about the setup on getting things to even be able to use a rotary in the first place?
So a lot of different people, they'll use like Lego blocks. They'll lift their machine up, or they'll build a table and they'll put like a lift system to lift it up and down.
Oh, it doesn't. The Otor doesn't have it doesn't come up. I guess it's flat.
No, Tony, it's just a frame, dude. It's just a metal frame, so it's literally that close to the table, and then it is what it is. So, in order to get a rotary, let alone like a cup or something underneath it, that machine needs to come up. And Zach handles it in a really elegant way, because you didn't want to mess with the Lego. So, what did you do?
So I went to Home Depot and I bought a 2 foot by 4 foot piece of plywood. It was like 3/4 plywood, very thick plywood. And I had them cut it in half for me perfectly. So I got a 2 by 2, perfect square. So I used one of them as my base. I drilled it down to I screwed it down to my table. So that's my base. The next piece, I measured 6 inches all the way around the perimeter. So pretty much 6 inches from each side, and I drew a box. So you end up with a box in the center. And what I did was I cut that box out. After I cut that box off, you got a square. It's perfect. So then I use a 2 by 6. I cut 6-inch legs, and I attached them to each end, and then I stained them. I stained the whole thing, and then I put some stickers on it. And if you sit it perfectly on top of the 2 by 2 base, and now you're lifted high enough to engrave.
Right.
That is crazy.
Hey, it's all about improvising.
So he does not have.
So what? Like you have different sized like vases or things. How do you make adjustments for because that's going to be a different height for a different piece, whatever.
Well, the best part about that is I got one size, so it's six. It's like I said, got 6-inch legs. It comes out about 7 inches, but with the Ortora, you have an adjustable height adjuster, so you can move your laser up and down like 3 to 4 inches.
The head,
right? Okay.
The head of the laser, you just twist it, and it'll go up and down. So now, only thing you have to do is set up your rotary, and then you take your tool like this right here. This is the cylinder to focus your laser. You'll set up your rotary, sit the item that you're gonna be engraving on top of it. Sit this on top of the item that you're engraving, and let your laser down until it touches the top of it. Remove it, and you're perfectly focused.
That is crazy, man.
Yeah. And the pro, it actually you can order, when you order the pro, you can also order the height adjuster that comes with it. The earlier models, you had to find someone who made them. You know what I mean?
I really wanted to kind of show this off, and now of course YouTube is giving me a hassle, but yeah, man, that's just so cool. I haven't messed around with it at all. Have you considered like upping your tech situation and grabbing like a CO2 or something like that? Have you ever thought about messing around with something like that before? Or are you perfectly comfortable in diode land and you're a happy camper?
Well, you know what? I really do wanna move up in the laser world and get a CO2 eventually.
It's not that's not a move up, but
well, I want one for different reasons, because the Ortora, like I said, the Pro, it cuts amazing. I can't say anything, but I've seen CO2 lasers cut, and it's like butter, and it take maybe 2 passes. Me, I'm like 3 to maybe 4 or 5 passes, depending on speed and power. So I really don't do a lot of cutting as of now, but I play around with cutting, and I think that's something that I want to, get into more.
Yeah, you got, dude. There's a serious speed advantage too with the CO2, man. Those stepper motors move a lot faster on something like the CO2 than they go. Your diode jobs, dude, they're beautiful, but they are long. I know it, right? They've got to be like, you got to be spending hours to get one of those canvas done.
Yeah, it takes the canvas, depending on speed and power. Well, the new Pro, it goes up to a speed of 10,000 millimeters an inch. So it's pretty fast versus the first one. The first one, you can only go 3,000, and you better know what you're doing. You know what I mean? But the newer ones, they're faster. Like I said, Ortora is really stepping up. They're all the requests and all the complaints that people put in and write in. They listen, and they make their next model even better. So yeah, you're right about the speed. But right now, I mean, honestly, I don't know. I watched a lot of CO2 videos, but I really haven't found one that I'm interested in. I mean, I like to tinker, but I don't want to tinker a lot. I mean, I've seen people have to put whole water pumps, and oh man.
Yeah,
it's definitely there's a big commitment to
dude,
like
space.
even the really nice ones, man, unless you're spending $40,000, even the really nice ones are going to need like water cooled stuff, because you got there's the big glass tubes, and then there's the little metal tubes. The little metal tubes are usually air cooled, so that you don't have to do any like extra hookups or whatever, but they're tens of thousands of dollars. They're like so much money. So if you get anything even reasonably affordable, you're going to end up messing with the water chillers. That's just the way it is. And you get used to it too. It's like, really, it's a lot like when you first start. But but then you kind of, I don't know, you kind of get used to it. So I just want to double check before we move too far away from the rotary stuff. Like, that's the same exact method you're doing on the canvas. You didn't do anything. That's literally it.
That's it. I mean, it works for every material. I even brought home, I was doing a TPO roof and I brought home a piece of TPO roofing, and it's about 60 mils thick. And I was like, man, I want to engrave on it. And I did the exact same method. I start down with a coat of white Rust-Oleum paint. I do a heavy coat, or I'll put 2 coats. After it dries, I'll put on the paint. And what people don't realize, it's engraving, but it's not like wood. You know what I mean? Wood, you're going down. Here, you're just taking away the paint. That's all you're doing.
Right.
You're just burning a layer of paint.
I'm so glad you brought that up, because that was the next thing I was going to ask. Like, I saw the Stormtrooper video on your channel, right? Mm-hmm. That was wood, and that's like you're burning the wood pretty good in that. Yeah.
Yeah, bamboo. That was a bamboo cutting board.
That was bamboo. Okay, so that was vector. That was like a vector based thing. You brought it into Lightburn that way.
Yeah, that's it.
Yes. I mean, so have you messed with doing photos on wood, like doing bitmap, and brought that on and done that on like a wood surface before?
Actually, the Big Imping plugin, it gives you 2 different methods. It gives you a method to do on tile, and it also gives you a method to do on wood. So once you download the plugin, you can put a picture in there, and it will prep it and prepare it for wood.
You're on about that plugin.
You have good experiences with that. You're happy with the way that that's working?
Yeah, it's amazing. Like I said, I had one sitting around here. I recently did. No, I haven't really stepped out and did a photo on wood, but it's easily done. I have plenty of wood that I can do it on. A whole lot of wood. Like I said, it's all about settings.
Yeah.
What you would do on a canvas, you can't do on wood. So that speed will not work on wood. You will have to really slow it down between 6. Yeah, it'll be too light. So you will have to increase your power, and you need to slow it down between 600 and 1,000 millimeters per inch.
Right. So if somebody's listening to this and they're just like, this is the first laser thing they've ever consumed, is this podcast, and they're seeing you for the first time, my shit's going to be scaring them. You know what I mean? Yeah. But like, your stuff is a little more chill. Where do people want to go? Because obviously, like, they need to go subscribe to your channel. It's SouthernSmoke Engraving on YouTube. What do they do next? Like, what laser should they buy? What kind of stuff should they go to the store and pick up to practice with? Like, what's your startup plan for people that just want to like dip their toes in without going, freaking nuts over here?
Just explain. It's the same path that you took, kind of.
Yeah. Okay, well, I will save them a lot of headache. A whole lot of headache. I would save them a lot of headache, because when I started off the Ortora lasers, you had to focus them. Mm-hmm. And oh my goodness, they didn't have a focus tool. They didn't have any of that. You just got to play with the laser beam until you get it the smallest dot you possibly can. And then they like, okay, it's focused. Yeah. That right there, that was the beginning. That was the struggle. That what built me pretty much to learn a lot, because you got so many different things you're trying to do, and you can't get the machine focused, and then you finally get it focused, but worked all day at it. And then they came out with the 20 watt laser, and the 15 and the 7 self-focus. That was a game changer. You know what I mean? That was a game changer. So if I was telling someone who was brand new, I would say go for the Pro. The Pro is pretty much self-focus. The only thing you got to do is use the cylinder to focus. It's much faster, goes up to like 10,000 millimeters speed per inch. It has a very, very good laser on it. I mean, laser beam itself is so small that a lot of people, they want to jump out and get air assist and all these things, but it really comes down to settings. And I try to tell people that all the time. People see me cutting out something like I did the Bitcoins. I cut them out of wood. And they was like, I don't see an air assist. No, you don't have to use an air assist. As long as you got the correct settings, the correct speed, and the correct power, so you're not burning or scorching the top of the wood, then you're fine. It's going to cut the same path over and over again. But if you have too much heat, it's going to start burning the surface. If you have not enough heat, it's going to take more passes to cut through. So it's all about having that sweet spot.
Right. And like, so that the Ortura, the Laser Master Pro, is like, that's like a $550 thing, right? That's like big money.
I think it's going about $400 to $500. You know,
so what if I don't? What if I don't have that? Like, what if I have like
Save for
just
it,
like
man.
2 Benjamins in my wallet? Like, what would I go get then? Like, if I'm just like on like the bare bones, like absolutely minimum budget, what do you have anything in that price range? And like, would you recommend it, or would you just say no? Don't even get one. Just wait and save.
No, the Laser Master 2 or Torah Laser Master 2. It's a great price range. You can get it for around that price between, you know what I mean, around $200. You can get the Laser Master 2, which they have really upgraded. Since they made the Pro, they realized that a lot of things that they did with the 2 could have been better. So what they did was they was proactive, and they pretty much made the same parts that the Pro have and made them for the 2. So you pretty much can get the same features that the Pro have on the 2. Like, it came out with the shield. Like I said, all these things that people used to make for the laser. I mean, you would have to go on the Ortora page on Facebook to find somebody who's making a shield, buy it from them directly and ship it to you. Well, now they incorporate it into their new lasers. So that's the thing right there. And so you can get all the same parts. It might not be the exact same, but very similar to the Pro. You can get those for the LM2.
Got it. So you would just say step down from the Pro. If you're really on a budget, just step down from the Pro and just get the normal 2, because you're still going to get a lot of value.
About, it comes down to features. Like the Pro has a shut-off switch for emergency shut-off switch. It has a fire detector, sensor. It just have little perks. It has a offline controller. If you don't need that, you don't need that. Me, I don't use the offline controller because I feel like Ortora just need to step it up. It's not, it's not really something I would like to use, because right now the technology that they're using is outdated.
Right. So I was going to ask, like, so you're using Lightburn, right? You're using the Gerbil version of Lightburn for your laser mat, and you're happy with that. That works really good. You're not having any problems with that.
Lightburn is amazing, man. It is.
We're
powerful.
Big fans. Oh, yeah, we're big fans of Lightburn over here.
2 guys that do Lightburn, by the way.
Yeah, man. Lightburn, I tell people all the time, man. A lot of people do the GRBL, the free one. I don't like it. Don't get, like I said, that's just like saying Image R. Image R and GRBL are on the same level. They're free. So with free, you're not going to get all the perks of something that you're paying for.
I mean, it's not like Lightburn's expensive. I think the Gerbil version of Lightburn is $40. I mean, it's like nothing.
It just went up. It went up to $60, but it's still worth it.
Yeah, that's still not that much money. I mean, you spent 5 times that buying the laser. You can spend another $60 to just grab some good software that works real good for you.
And that's what I would advise. If you're starting brand new, I would definitely, if you don't have the money to spend, let's say you use around $200 to $300, it's an easy start to get the LM2 20 watt. LM2 20 watt. I would get Lightburn and I would get GIMP. Those are the only programs I use, because at the end of the day, the free programs, like I said, if you use GRBL, you will be confused, because everything on Lightburn and GRBL engraving site are different. Like, you go to speeds on Lightburn, you can change your speed from 0 all the way up until whatever it is. And in GRBL, you can only go to 1,000. So now you got to figure out what speed you got to use. So you got to do the whole process over. Lightburn just an easier software. You can edit the photos on Lightburn. You can add things. You can, let's say I want to put an image and put my name over the top of the image. Only thing I have to do is click the alphabet button and type in whatever I want.
Yeah.
You know
So
what
I mean, dude, so people obviously, like, everybody should go subscribe to your channel right now. Everybody listen to this, and it's a lot of people. Go hit up SouthernSmoke Engraving on YouTube. What kind of stuff, like, just as we kind of land the plane here and we're closing out, what kind of stuff can people look forward to on your channel? Like, what kind of plans you got? What kind of videos you're going to be uploading, so that they know what they're getting when they're coming through?
Well, honestly, right now I'm in a state of trying to bounce back with everything going on in life, but I'm testing the Atom Stack. I'm A5. I'm supposed to be starting the A7 as soon as it is released late September. But that's my main thing. I want to test all these lasers. I know I'm an Ortora guy to the end, but I think it's a lot of companies out there who have some great lasers. I just want to showcase them to give people an option. I don't want people to think I'm just Orator.
Bandwagon, and
Yeah. I mean,
wanna,
these other companies too, right? They're seeing what Ortur's doing and they're learning, so they're going to be getting better too.
Yeah.
Really cool.
They are getting better. I done tested a few lasers, and some of them I won't even make a video. I'm gonna be honest with you. I won't make a video because, I mean, it's something that I wouldn't stand behind. I tested for a week, and I'm like, I'm sorry. I'll email them. I'm like, listen, I know you sent me this laser, but I'm sorry. I'll tell them everything that they need to fix, and hopefully they'll fix it and send it back out. And then they can get, I'll promote them. But if it's not gonna work, it's not gonna work.
So people can feel comfortable with your, like, with your decision, with your channel. So I respect that.
I would never want to lead anybody down the wrong road because, like I said, you spending money on something. A lot of people do it as a hobby, but some people, it's their way of life. They really get this laser because they want to start a small business and doing something. Me, I started off like that. I was like, man, I want to start a small business. I want to do this and that. But really, it really changed for me when I started doing it. I do a lot of things for my local police department. You know what I mean? I do a lot of things for the fire department, EMS. I do all those things here in my community, and I don't charge anything. And the blessing behind it is I used to go into Ace Hardware whenever Home Depot or Lowe's didn't have paint, and Ace Hardware sponsored me, and they pretty much,
sweet.
You know,
wow.
I mean, I get my glass, all kind of stuff from there. And just because I do so many great things in the community for the people that serve us every day.
That's amazing,
stuff,
man.
dude.
That's really, really, really cool, dude. Well, I'm so glad that we had a chance to have you on today. Man. Tony, you got anything else?
No, I just want to say, man, I think I honestly think my laser journey was weird. I started with a fiber, then CO2, never did diode. I think what you're doing, man, is really important, dude, because it's like the gateway to lasering for those people that can't get a fiber yet or CO2. So what you're doing, I think you need to continue, man, because we need to bring eyes to diode. That's how you get started, to be honest with you. When I started YouTubing fiber or laser, it was diode, but I was just like, I want to do metal. So I think what you're doing is that's that gateway.
And you know, the thing about it is, man, a lot of people, when they think of a diode or laser, they think of simple things, that I'm trying to open up their mind. I'm trying to let them have an open mind that you could pretty much do anything. I mean, you can do wood, you can do painted metal, you can do anything. You can do glass. I've done so many shadow boxes of different things. Like I did Disney at night. I did Paris at night. I did the Brooklyn Bridge, and it looks exactly like it would look in a picture, and LEDs behind the image. So I'm trying to open up their mind to see that just because it's a cheaper laser doesn't mean that it can't give you quality work.
Yep.
You know, it's not a $3,000-$4,000 laser, but if you follow my page and you look at all the things that I'm doing, I don't do one thing on my video that I don't do in real life. Everything I'm doing is live. I record it the same way. I don't change canvas. If it mess up, it mess up. I like to show it because it's not a perfect thing. It's one of those things that you have to continuously check. Like I tell people, just because you have your settings today,
doesn't mean
a diode laser, it goes out. It goes out. You know, the more you use it, the less power it has. So you need to go back and retake that test to make sure that your settings haven't changed. I told them to check every week and a half. You know what I mean? But I think it's going to be the future, or at least the gateway to people really getting into laser. I don't see people start off with an Ortora, but now they have a CO2 laser. You know what I mean? So it's all about process, and it's all about what you want to do.
Yeah, that's so great, man. We definitely need to get a diode here at the shop, and we're going to be interfacing. You and I are going to be talking, man. I'm looking for big things from your channel, dude. It's got you brand new, dude. You've already got 3,000 subscribers. You only been doing this 9 months, and you're doing really beautiful like Tony said, super important work over there. I'm looking forward to seeing some new materials. I can't wait to see like photos on wood. I can't wait to see what other kind of cool stuff that you come up with over there. Again, last time, everybody, it's SouthernSmoke Engraving over on YouTube. There. You got other social media too, dude? You post on like Instagram or anything like that?
I do small clips on TikTok for the same thing that I'm doing on YouTube. I just make a quicker video on cool. TikTok. The same name, SouthernSmoke Engraving.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll check that out over there on TikTok as well.
Thanks, man.
And Tony, you're floating around wherever you're floating around. What do you got going on your socials there?
Hey, you can find me at Etched Ideas, all the social platforms. Working on a website now. But you can actually check us out on the Discord. Join the Discord. It's free.
Guys,
you got guys like SouthernSmoke.
You got to join the Discord.
Yeah, man. Like it's free education, man, and you can. Stage is wide open. Nobody's gonna say no. There's no paywall. Nobody wants to pay for classes. Nobody's asking you. Just join the Discord. You got guys like SouthernSmoke there. He's the diode master. You got Alex, which is the jack of all trades. He's got them all. So it's free. Join the Discord, man. And I'm telling you, your laser journey is gonna be so easier. Like so much. It's a no-brainer.
It makes a really big difference. And of course, we will link to the Discord in the show notes or the description if you're watching on YouTube to all of this stuff, including Zach's channel over at SouthernSmoke Engraving. Zach, I hope we get to see you on the Discord too, bro. I'm looking forward to having you on there. I want to see some photos of your work and stuff. We just threw up the I know I mentioned this to you in a private message, but we just threw up the featured creators channel on the Discord, so you can catch all of Zach's new videos over there too. I hope that you'll be posting them there so that we can check those out on the Discord, man, because that's gonna be really cool.
Quick picture
and the last plug, guys, if you enjoyed the podcast, if you're getting value out of it, this kind of stuff, these interactions, these interviews all exist because of our amazing supporters. Huge shout out to our supporters for making this possible. If you want to learn how you can support the channel on Patreon, you can head over to our Patreon page at patreon.com. There's a bunch of different tiers there. We do weekly live streams where we're helping people live, working on jobs that we've got going on in the shop. We have instant access to all my fiber and CO2 laser settings. Hopefully, maybe we can start adding diode settings to that at some point. We'll see. Like I said, I got to get together with Zach here so we can kind of get that figured out. And then you also get bonus episodes of the Laser Source podcast. So we're going to wrap up here. And as soon as we're done, we're going to hop right into a new recording session. And we're going to hang out with Zach and Tony. And we're going to just keep chatting because we've got more to talk about. But we're out of time for this episode. And the biggest thanks to Zach. Thank you so much for coming on the podcast today, hanging out with us, talking about diodes, dude. It's been so great chilling with you. And I'm super excited to jump into the Patreon bonus episode right now. So don't miss that, guys. If you're not already signed up on the Patreon, go hit that up right now because you're going to be able to continue to kick it with us. We're going to go chill over there. Thanks again, man. I really appreciate having you on.
Alrighty, man.
All right, we'll see you guys later. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.